Hey, how's everybody today? Yesterday, I don't know if you saw my video where I did the core jump. That was let me look at my notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was the fourth galaxy that I went into outside of Euclid. So 5 total galaxies I'm in right now. And then, don't you can't use the portals to jump to another galaxy, right? We all know that. You can only use the terminus or do a core jump, and we saw in the video I made yesterday. We saw how that works. The core jump just takes you to the next number from. So if I jump from Euclid, which is galaxy number 1, and through a core jump, I went to the Hilbert dimension, which is galaxy number 2. Well, supposedly there's 255 galaxies that we can travel to. Now, the terminus only allows us about 70 different. But an interesting thing, and I'm not, that's not a hard number, that's 70, but I don't even think it's that many, to be quite frank. I think someone's being generous. After I did that core jump yesterday, I noticed pretty quickly, I went to my terminus and my favorites is grayed out now. I only have 19 bases in my freighter. Here, I'll show up to here. Here's that. Look, my bases. All right. Then the settlements. I got 1 settlement. My bases. 1, 2. There's 12 per page, right? There's 12. And we'll go 1 page. There's 12 more. 9 per page. What am I saying? 3 times 3 is 9. 9, 18, 19. Okay? 19. I got 19 bases. That's including the freighter. That's the freighter right there. 9, 18, and 1 more is 19. And I don't even have a favorites anymore. And when I go to space stations, there's 5 of them in there. I got other bases. Those are other bases of mine. I got a recent button. Places I've recently been. See, I think that's where the 70 comes in. They take the recents, plus your bases, plus your settlements, plus the space stations, plus everything. Everything on here. That's when they say 70 in the terminus. It's taking in every one of these buttons. But I don't understand why I don't have a favorites anymore. Ever since yesterday when I did that core jump, I no longer have a favorites. It's grayed out. I don't know what's up with that. But my whole point is, even if you did have 70 in the terminus, the only way you can travel to another galaxy is through the terminus. That's when you go, like I did my core jump yesterday, I built a base there. And that's how I get to there's no other way for me to get there, to that galaxy. There's no other way for me to get back to Euclid except through the terminus. There's 255 galaxies, but we can only travel to them through the terminus for all practical purposes. Yet you cannot have that many travel locations in the terminus. That's just crazy. So, and I'm just kind of freaking out because I don't have my favorites anymore. I mean, not that I had many in there. I mean, after the last time when I hit the magic number or whatever, when I had like around 25 bases, I think, maybe 27. I don't know. It wasn't that many, to be quite frank. And but I had a lot of favorites. I probably had as many favorites. I probably had another 25 to 30 favorites. And all of a sudden, favorites started disappearing. They didn't, surprisingly enough, nothing happened to my bases. But when I hit whatever the magic number is, all of a sudden the favorites started disappearing. And now yesterday, I went to my 5th galaxy, and I don't even have a favorites anymore. It's grayed out. I can't even click it. So, I don't know. This whole thing with the terminus is starting to really smell badly as far as No Man's Sky goes. I think that's going to end up being why No Man's Sky is not going to be everything I thought it was. It's because of this whole terminus issue. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I guess as long as as long as I can, you know, it makes me wonder, did they really have 255 galaxies? What are they hiding? What's going on? Is it all a smoke screen? Is it all lies? What the hell's going on here? You know? I don't know. I don't know what to say. But I know it seems, you know, if you're going to advertise about something and talk about something, everybody ought to be able to get to that something. You know, and the fact that, so if I do a core jump from 1 to 2, and I can do another core jump from 2 to 3, I can do another core jump from 3 to 4, you know, at some point, I'm not going to be able to store bases anymore in the terminus. And then that means I will not be able to travel back to that galaxy unless I go to the previous galaxy before it and do another core jump to get back to that galaxy. So imagine I do 1 through 70, let's say the number is. I put bases and I do core jumps and I go 1 through 70 of the galaxy. There's 255, right? And I do 1 through 70. And after that, the terminus won't store any more of my bases. So, let's say I want to go to 71. I got to go to 70 and do a core jump to get to 71. Okay, and I can build the base there, but the terminus won't store anymore for me. So once I get to 71, and then I can do a core jump and I can get to 72. But the Terminus won't store anymore because I hit that magic number. But I can have a base there, but it just won't show up on my Terminus. So I'm in Galaxy 72, but I can travel back to Galaxy 1 through 70. But once I leave 72, if I want to return back to it because it won't show up in the Terminus, then I got to go to my highest one that I have, a base that shows up, say that's 70. And if I want to go back to 72, then I got to core jump to 71. And then from 71, I got to core jump to 72. Just to get back to 72. Imagine if you go up to 100. Yeah. You're starting to see the ridiculousness. It's not feasible. It's not feasible. And that's all I got to say today about the Terminus, now that I no longer have a favorites button that I can even click on. Have a nice day.